Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Darren and welcome to my next Stitch With Me. So it's been a while since I've done one of these and everyone's been wondering where they are. So I'm going to get in with them. So today I'm working on the North American mammals piece, which is the one that I am doing a sale with Stacey, who is the 911 Stitcher. And again, we've got a hashtag for this one as well, which is hashtag haed mammal sale, I believe. I'll link it down below. So I've got a couple of questions to go through as well. So now I'm going to try and do this how I normally do it, but if you have noticed in my normal update videos, I have a new sofa, so which is a recliner. It's very comfortable. The only downside to it is the arms are a lot longer than my old sofa, so the lower stand doesn't quite stretch out as far as what it used to do. So it makes it a bit more difficult, but hopefully it should be okay, and hopefully I'm in a frame. So I hope you're all well. I'm getting plenty of stitching done, and I've just unthreaded my needle, just what you want to start with. So things are going okay at my end. Kind of got my head around everything at the moment, so it's a bit like everything. When you first hear things, it's a bit of a shock, but we're getting there, slowly but surely. So as I say, I'm still waiting to hear from the specialist, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it won't be too long, but who knows. As I say, it is a public service, so over here it kind of takes a lot longer than what I'm used to in the UK. So I'm hazarding a guess it's probably going to be a couple of months before I hear anything, not before I get an appointment. But who knows? I say, you may have thought that with my previous history, they might get me in a bit quicker, but I don't know how that works over here, whether it does or not, but we will soon find out. So again, I apologise if you hear the cats. They have been having a mad half hour for quite a bit now. I think they're just settling down. Kitty's just got on the back of the sofa, so I have a funny feeling and they're going to calm down a bit now. So, as I say, work has picked up dramatically. Went from having hardly any packs of wood in, and just being nice steady, to being absolutely swamped with absolutely loads and loads and loads of timber coming in. Now, I don't know if it's because it's coming over in Australia, it's coming towards the end of the financial year, which is at the end of June. So a lot of places want to get their orders in and stuff shipped out, ready for doing the taxes. So I have a funny feeling it's going to be busy now for the next couple of weeks. Where am I? So it's going to be fun. Shane's still doing his driving lessons for his truck. They're going okay. He has his test on the 1st of June. Well, he has also been taking the work truck out as well. So his dad used to work there. He retired like 3.5 years ago, and he used to drive the truck. So his dad's coming in and teaching Shane how to use the work truck. So they're going out and doing a couple of runs. So doing a couple of deliveries to the places where Shane needs to learn where to get to. So they're off every now and then. So Shane's enjoying that. Gets him out the work shed. So fingers crossed he passes his test. Because if he passes his test, it means we get more money. Not much more, but a little bit more. Well, he gets more money, should I say, in his wages. So we will see. So, right, I've got a couple of questions, as I say. So let's get into those ones. After I've done this stitch, so I can mark off where I'm done as well. Right, so the very first question I have then is from, surprise, surprise, Danielle, Cardiff Stitcher, who asked, who inspired you to do Flosstube, or what made you want to be part of the Flosstube community? So, with regards to doing Flosstube, it wasn't so much as who inspired me, but why. So, obviously, you see all these YouTubers doing their channels and making absolutely thousands and thousands of dollars, pounds, whatever they're working. And it's like, that would be nice, because obviously I've grown up not knowing, well, not knowing, but I've grown up without money, let's put it that way. So we had enough to get by. Actually, my mum was a single parent, so we had enough to get by, but if we wanted anything, we had to save for it and stuff like that. So I've never been one for having money and getting what I want. So you see all these Flosstubers going on about, at one stage they were all posting up how much they were earning and stuff like that, and some of them were earning like $14,000 a month and stuff like that, and it was like, it would be so nice. So that was one of my reasons I wanted to start Flosstube up. Little did I know that it doesn't exactly work out like that. Now I've confused myself. Where am I? That's there. 1, 2. That doesn't look right. There. That's that one. And there. Then there. That one doesn't line up. It's going to be one of those videos. Let's go off here. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've spaced them out wrong. 2, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh no, it is right. Worked out where I am. Sorry. Off track there. So yeah, so I was like, oh, it'd be nice to do that, but what kind of topic could I do? I haven't got the greatest experience in many things. First I was going to consider maybe doing computer gaming. It's like, I don't really play. I play computer games, but not very often now. And it was like, I looked into buying what you would need to do stuff like that, and it's like, yep, I definitely can't afford that, because it was a lot. So it's like, oh well, never mind. And that was it. I thought nothing else about doing YouTubes. And then when I started my channel, I was like, no, I really need to do something. And obviously you keep watching all these Flosstubers like Bendy Stitchy and stuff like that, Michelle Bendy Stitchy, and I thought you know what, I'm just gonna start doing it. I just started a Flosstube channel. It's that I'm not worried about the money. I'll just start one of these. It gets me experience for if at any point I decide to start another channel up or anything like that. And then you start looking into things as like, well, how much money can you make from doing floss tubes and stuff like that? And you need a ridiculous amount of subscribers in order to make any decent kind of money on YouTube. Oops, you can't see where I am there. So I was looking into it, and it's like you need at least, to make any decent kind of money with YouTube, you need at least over 100,000 subscribers. And I was like, okay, that's me staying at work. So yes, I do make a little bit of money off Flosstube, but it's not a lot. If you work it out on average, I don't mind saying, it works out about, I make about $25 a week for doing, that's from doing 2 videos a week. And then it all depends on like if there's adverts or anything like that in it. If there's adverts in it, then you may get paid a little bit more. If there's no adverts in it, then you don't get paid as much. So I generally go through and check to see how many adverts are in my videos. If there's a lot, I generally take them off. Because from watching other people's videos, you know how annoying it is when they're partway through a sentence and an advert pops up. And then another advert, and then another advert. I watched one the other day and there was like 12 adverts in it. And it's like, really? It's an hour-long video. And you've got 12 adverts in there. So every couple of minutes you're having another advert. Now, sometimes when I'm doing my Stitch with Me's, I look to see how many adverts they're going to put in that. And sometimes again, I think the most I've had was 14. And that was in a 50-minute video. So it's like, nah, so I turn them off. If there's 1 or 2, then I'll leave them on. But 14 adverts in an hour video is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I don't worry about that. So now it's not, originally it was all about the money, seeing if I could make some money so I could actually afford to buy stuff I want to buy for a change instead of having to save up. I know saving up's obviously the best way of learning how to deal with money, but it would be nice to actually go out and splash out once in a blue moon. So it was all about the money originally, and then when I realised that you need at least 100,000 subscribers in order to make any decent kind of money, where you don't have to go to work and stuff like that, and I was like, oh well, never mind, we'll just do it because I'm enjoying it anyway, so we're just going to go for it. So I didn't have anybody inspire me to do it. It was just when you hear all these people, it's like there's one bloke, I think he earns something like $1 million a month or something like that. He's the #1 YouTuber. And it's like, that's ridiculous. So yeah, I don't have content and stuff like that. Or, I mean, some of them are like, they do pranks and stuff like that. But it's like, nah, I'm not going to bother. So my little channel makes me $25 a week, so be it. I'll be happy with that. It gets me a couple of flosses. Save up for some fabric. So that's why I started Flosstube. And then it changed for the reason why I started Flosstube, because I enjoy doing it now. I met loads of great people from it. And you don't realise how many people you become friends with from not even meeting people and just doing videos. I used to say, the Flosstube community is really kind and supportive community. So you don't have to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of subscribers, and everyone always makes you feel appreciated. It's like before I even hit 1,000 subscribers, well, before I even hit 100, everyone was so nice and saying how much they enjoy the content and can't wait for the next videos and stuff like that. And obviously, mine's not been one of these that took off instantly and ended up with like thousands of subscribers on the first video. Mine gradually increased, which I do not mind at all. So yeah, long story short, that's why that's why I started Flosstube. All right. Okay. So this one's from Carol. Are there local needle workshops where you buy your supplies, or do you buy everything online? So I buy everything online. In Australia, there aren't local needle workshops. Well, not in Queensland anyway. Yeah, there aren't any local needle workshops. Or kind of local needle workshops are just a normal craft shop, if you like. So the nearest one to me is one called Spotlight, and they don't have huge supplies of cross stitching stuff. It's all like normal craft stuff. So yeah, and then so everything's online. So I get all my stuff from JK's. You've probably heard me mention it before. She's in New South Wales, which is the next territory down, and she's really good. She's reasonably priced. She always ships really quickly as well. So yeah, she normally has all my money. So yeah, so there's no local needle workshop, so there's no way you can go and sit and join all the stitchers and chat to people who do cross stitching. So everything is ordered online. Speaking of online, I actually got a message the other day from Colour Cascades, and the fabric that I chose, that I was going to do my Mirabilia, is now ready. So I paid for that, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I should get that this week. I don't know how quickly it comes. They're on the other side of Australia, I think, so it may take a little bit longer than normal. So that hopefully should be here soon. Fingers crossed. It looks pretty. I saw a picture of it, so it looks good. So I can't wait to get it now and to see how true to colour the photo was. It looks really good. So that's that one. Next one again from Danielle. Do you enjoy kitting up new charts? Yes and no. I don't mind kitting up new charts. Not my favourite pastime. As I say, with me, because I don't get a lot of money, so I can't. For me to kit up a full project in order to start it, it takes me a long time. So generally, I just kind of kit it up as I go. So if I've got some of the colours in another kit, then I'll start using those colours until I can afford to get the colours I want. So when I'm kitting them up, I'll start at the top of the list of colours and order a couple in, and next time I get some money, I'll then order some more in. And I just keep going like that until I build it up. But 9 out of 10 I use floss out of one kit to work on another kit as well. So I think I've only actually got one, other than the kits that you buy as full, so the DMC ones and stuff like that. I've only actually got one one project that is fully kitted up, and that is my supersized tiger family of the jungle. The other one I did have was Mini Deer Creek. So that one I actually started the other day taking the floss off the. I used to have the Paco makers, well, the cheap versions of them. So I actually started taking the floss off of them and putting them on my homemade floss tags. So that I've got a project bag, because I'm running out of project bags. I need to get some more, really. So yeah, I actually started doing those at the weekend. So cereal boxes come in handy for something. So I started making my thread drops to get all those off there. So I finished Mini Deer Creek in October, November time. And I finally just started splitting the flosses up. I do use those ones when I remember. I keep forgetting I've got them. And so I do use them when I do remember. I'll look to see if I need it in one of my pieces and then pull them from there. But now, obviously, they're on the thread drops, so I'll know what I've got now. So she also asked if I could do a video of kitting up a new piece. Well, as I say, that's going to take a long time because I don't have the funds to get everything to kit up a piece in one go. So I suppose I could start doing one and gradually show you how it's done. From like getting my floss and everything like that. Or maybe I'll just get everything all together on one and then show you how it all kit it up. We'll see. Have you ever taken a piece to work on while you're on your lunch break? No. I don't take my cross stitches anywhere. I only do it at home. I suppose if I go on holiday, I might take something with me, but I never have done. Mind you, last time I went on holiday, I wasn't really stitching. Last time I went on holiday was over here. So my next holiday I'll be getting is back to the UK. So when I go back to the UK, I'll take it with me. But yeah, now I don't take any projects out of the house. They all stay in. Next question. Someone asked if I've ever considered buying the cones of floss. This was Heidi. If I considered getting cones of floss, and they suggested getting ones that are 520 grams, so 2,100 meters of floss, which is a lot. So I have considered it. One of my projects that I want to start eventually has 53 skeins of black. So getting a cone would be ideal. Again, JK sells them anyway. So at some point I will probably get a cone of black. One of 3799, because I seem to have a lot of that, and 3371, is it? Brown? Yeah, 3371, that brown. And 3031, that one as well. That one has a lot on there, so I probably will get a couple of cones eventually. I suppose if I keep doing overtime, I can probably afford to get the odd one or two every now and then. But yeah, no, I've definitely considered getting cones, so I will get some eventually. Like I say, probably when I start getting this craft room sorted out. Still haven't got rid of the bed. I know this wall then. Still haven't got rid of the bed yet. It's still in there. So my old sofa was going in there for me to sit on. So at the moment that is sat in the back of the house where we have, it's called a sunroom, but you don't get much sun in it. It's only like a big hallway really in between the bedrooms and the bathroom. So it's sat in there at the moment, so the cats are enjoying that. They sleep on that now. So I think once I get my craft room sorted up, I will start getting some cones. So next one's from June, who asks, what is your preferred fabric count for 2/1 10 stitch? So my preferred count for 2/1 is either 28 count, because everything I do is on 28 count, just lately, or 25 count. The 25 count 2/1 depends if it's a lot of dark colours. If it's a lot of dark colours, then you can kind of see the fabric through it, but only if you're up close. If you're not up close, you can't really see it. Whereas the 28 count 2/1 is a lot better coverage. Excuse me. Oh, I've got no drink. I thought I had a coffee and I don't. Yeah, so 28 count is a lot better coverage for the darker pieces, darker floss. So if it's all light colours, then the 25 count 2/1 is, I find, is ideal. You don't really see much fabric through it anyway. So the Miniday Creek was on 25 count, and I did that 2/1 10 stitch. As I say, unless it was the really dark patches, you couldn't see any fabric through. It was pretty decent coverage. So look at on this part as well. June is doing a sale with Pat stitching. I don't know if you remember. Pat is the one who won one of the giveaways I did when I was going through the 4 companies, and she won the cross stitch for everyone with chart, and she picked the steampunk butterfly, I think it was, something like that. No, she did a Zoom or something like that for the sale. So I know a couple of people like doing Zooms. So I'll just put the feeling out there. If I was, I'm not saying going to, because I've got to figure out how to set it up yet. But if I was to set up, for example, a Facebook page for cross stitching, and then do Zoom meetings, would you guys be interested in that? Now obviously a lot of them will be during Australian times. Obviously they're all going to be on Australian time because that's where I am, but it'll be kind of like working out. So it would be, for example, if I did one in the morning here, it would probably be evening times where you are, or at least late afternoons. And if I did one later in the night, then that means it would probably be first thing in the morning kind of things for you. So just putting the feelers out there. So if any of you are interested in that, let me know. And if I get enough people who are interested, then I can probably go ahead and work that all out. So I have thought about setting up a Facebook page. I know other Flosstubers are doing it as well, have done it as well. But I do get a lot of people who like share the stitching and that with me. So I thought, well, if I do a Facebook page, then you don't have to worry about emailing or anything like that to show your progress. You can just post it on the Facebook page and all that lot. So again, let me know what you think. If I get enough people interested, then I'll set that up as well. So right, back to questions. Next one is from Cheryl, who asked, do you enjoy being a twin, and did you play pranks on people when you were younger by pretending to be each other? It has its ups and downs being a twin. When we were younger, we did used to look alike. We didn't need to worry about swapping to prank people, because half of them always got us mixed up anyway. So when we were at school, my mum made sure that we were in different classes, not in the same class. Mainly because when we were growing up, I used to do all the talking for my twin, apparently. So my mum would ask what he wanted to eat, and I would answer for him. And my mum was like, I'm not asking you, I'm asking him. So she made sure that we were split up when we were at school, so we weren't in the same classes. But even then, half of the teachers used to get us mixed up. So that was when we was younger, until when we were about maybe 10. And then after that, obviously, we started changing, and we look completely different now. We don't look alike at all. Everyone used to say that him and my elder brother used to look alike, which I enjoyed. But now I think me and my elder brother look more alike than him, because he's still got a full head of hair, and me and my elder brother don't. Did your mum dress you alike? And could she tell you about? So yes, if my mum never used to dress us alike unless we were going to a party or something like that. So if it was like a family get together or special occasion, should I say, then we always had the same clothes on. So like when we got christened, all three of us were in the same clothes. So me and my twin, and then she bought the exact same outfit for my elder brother. So we all had the same clothes on for our christenings. From some of the photos that I've seen, like even going to my grandma's or my auntie's, we all had the same kind of clothes on. Me and my twin had the same colour clothes, and my other brother had the same clothing but in a different colour. So yeah, so she used to dress all three of us alike, but that was only, I'd say, on special occasions. If it wasn't a special occasion, we just wore whatever we wanted to. So, and she could easily tell us apart. She used to get his names mixed up, but she could tell us apart. She knew which one she wanted, but she'd go through all the names. I don't know if your parents do it as well, if you've got siblings. So, I mean, my elder brother's called Calvin, and my twin's called Dean. So, if she wanted me, she'd go, Calvin, Darren, Dean, Fred, whichever one you are, come here. So, she'd always do it. But I think she got that trait from her grandma, because she could never get her kids' names right either. So, yeah. So, but she could easily tell us apart. I'm going to say, when you're looking at the photos, you used to go to her, which one's this, me or him? And she's like, well, that one's you. How can you tell? She said, you just can. I suppose it's a parent thing, isn't it? I've got any more questions? I thought I had more questions. Maybe I've not gone back far enough. Okay, this one is from Vivian. Could you let me know how you keep track of how many stitches you do each day? She's looking forward to a way of keeping track. So, I use Pattern Keeper, as you may know. I think everybody knows. So with Pattern Keeper, that one, it kind of keeps track for you anyway. It tells you how many stitches you've done per session. So per day, if you like. So that always tells me that, and then I just know that down in my diary. For ones where it's not Pattern Keeper compatible, for example, my DMC kits, and that way it's all paper chart, then as I'm marking off, I just count up how many I've done, and then again I put that down in my notebook. And then at the end of when I finish stitching out in, for whether it's like that day or if I do a couple of days of work on it, then I will just add everything up then. I have also got a spreadsheet, which the lovely Tess from Test Stitches did for me. Although I haven't inputted anything on it for a little bit. I've got to catch up on that. But that one tells you on there as well how many stitches you've done altogether for the month on each project. So yeah, I need to get that updated as well, so then when it comes to like the end of year review, I can say exactly how many stitches I've done on each piece. But yeah, generally mine is just in the notebook. At the end of every day when I finish stitching, I write down the totals, and then at the end of the week, or whenever I finish stitching on that project, I'll add it all up, so then I know what I've got ready to tell you guys. So that's all the questions I've got. For some reason I thought I had more. I don't know why. So how far are we in? Wow, well, 36 minutes in and I've gone through all the questions already. Oh, next one. This part made me laugh. I got a message from. It was one of the comments from June with regards to the dolphin paste that I'm doing with Natalie. Was it June? No, it wasn't June. So I've got a couple more things on here. So June also asked, how do you like the Monaco fabric? So many find it stiffer. I actually like it. This is no, the Monaco one's the one I'm doing one of my snowman pieces on, one of my Christmas pieces, and I actually quite like it. It's not that stiff at all. I find it quite soft. So whether they've got a different version of the Monaco, I don't know, but mine's the DMC Monaco one, and I quite like it. It's kind of like this one, so it's nice and soft. I don't have any problems with it whatsoever. But obviously I'm guessing there are different varieties of Monaco out there, same as everything else. But I don't have a problem with it at all. I think it's nice and soft. So I enjoy working on it. This is the one that made me laugh. So this was from Michaela. And she was just mentioning about the dolphin piece, the one that I'm doing as a challenge against Natalie. And I just had to mention this because it made me laugh. And it just says, Natalie is brave. I would think I would never challenge you on a stitching project. You stitch way too fast. So she is brave. I mean, bearing in mind, I only work on that 1 day a week for my dolphin piece. So can you just imagine how far I would be ahead if I stitched on it all week? I think I'd probably have the dolphin finished by now. So yeah, I only stitch on it 1 day a week. So I don't know how often Natalie stitches on hers. So yeah, but I'm enjoying the challenge. It's fun. It's something different. It gives you something to aim towards. So I quite like the challenge. Plus it gets me working on a project that was only going to be starting in the corner and just gradually working on it every now and then. So yeah, it's definitely made me work on it, that's for sure. So I don't know what will happen when one of us completes the challenge. He'll probably go away for a little bit, so I can catch up on some of the other pieces. So yeah, so my dolphin one, I work on that normally on a Friday. Because Friday's other than the weekend, is my next longest stitching stint I get, because we finish early on a Friday. So I generally work on that on Friday, so instead of only working on it for like 2 hours on a night time, which I would normally do throughout the week, that one probably gets about 4-ish. Just depends. But normally it's around about 3 to 4 hours I get to work on that one each week. But I am enjoying the challenge. It is good fun. Can I get this next stitch? So I'm going to, well, you probably have already seen them. I'm going to post some pictures at the front of the video, which is the cats. So this house doesn't have any heating, so we just have the portable radiators. I don't think any house in Australia has heating. I've never seen any anyway. But this house is so cold in winter. It's unbelievable, because it's an old Queenslander, and the outside wall is also the inside wall, so there's no insulation. It's just a single skin. So because the outside wall is the inside wall, it gets really cold. So obviously we have a portable radiator. Well, I actually have 3 portable radiators, but we can only have 2 on at a time. But if we have 2 on, we can't put the kettle on, because it trips the electrics. So we have 2 to keep us warm. But as soon as you put them on, I've lost my needle now. Where did I put it? Oh, I'm sorry for banging the camera. As soon as you put the radiators on, the cats are straight there. And we've only had like 1 on the last couple of days. It's been chilly. It's not been overly cold. Well, I think it's only chilly. Shane says it's freezing. And then he sits outside. So yeah, so as soon as I put it on, the cats fight to see who can get the spot nearest to the radiator. So generally what will happen, depending which radiator I put on, one of them, Kitty will lay on one side of the radiator and Tiger will lay on the other one. So poor Ginge has to do without, even though he could easily fit there, but he won't. So he does without the heating, so he'll come and sit on the settee. If I put the other radiator on, that is near the cat beds. So Ginger's the first one there on that one, and he always picks the bed nearest to the radiator, and that's where he'll stay. And then Kitty's normally the next one in, and she'll pick the other bed, and then Tiger does without. So he'll come and sit on you instead. So yeah, it's quite comical watching them. I mean, it makes me laugh as well with the cat beds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cat beds, even though we've only got 3 cats. One of them we bought because we only had 2 at the time, and one of the cats was always without. So we bought another cat bed, so they would all have one, and not one of the cats has ever used it. They've sniffed it, but they won't go in it. I don't know why, and it's a nice warm woolly one. And then we got given another cat bed off of Shane's mum. She got it for their cat, and she doesn't like it. She won't go in it. The dog's been in it, but the cat won't go in it. So she gave us that, and Tiger claimed that one, and he sleeps in it all the time. Yet there's another perfectly good cat bed that none of them have ever used. So yeah, so my cats are picky. Obviously they don't like furry cat beds. But throw a one of the, like, what do you call them, faux fur throws over the sofa, and they're all on it. That's, go figure, they're so strange. So this is from working on this one, not having the gridded fabric. It does make a change. So as long as I count right, it's okay. Which so far, I have done, I think. I'm praying to God I've counted correctly on the dolphin piece, because otherwise that's going to be fun, frogging out everything that I've missed on there. Well, or trying to fudge it, one of them. Because as you know on that one, I just stitched across to where the dolphins were, so hopefully I counted right, and that was on the same fabric as this one. And so Shane's gone to the plant shop yet again. He went over to his sister's earlier on to fix, well, have a look at fixing their lawnmower, but it turns out his sister's blown it up. She's seized it all up or something. Not put enough oil in it or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, she's blown it up. And then all of a sudden he says, I'm coming back and dropping the car off, and then we're going to the nursery. I was like, okay. So he's gone back to the nursery. So what he's going to get from the nursery, no idea. So I don't think we need any more plants. We've not got much more room at this house to put plants in. All is magnolia, not magnolia. What were they called? Nope, it's gone. No, I can't remember. It might come to me in a minute. But all of the ones that I said he went for the other week, where he loaded his car up with cuttings. Yep, they're all now in pots, growing along the path. What he's going to do with them when they're all grown enough, I have no idea. And then we've still got some on the veranda that are not in pots. They're just there as twigs. And I think they've started growing as well. So yeah, so why he wants more plants, I don't know, because we've not got the room for them. And we definitely don't have the pots for them, because all the pots are now being taken up by these other ones. It's going to bug me now because I can't remember what they're called. But I'll get there eventually. I'll remember what they're called. So, this is one of the things that I'm talking about with regards to the issues I'm having with my memory. I can't remember stuff. Now, obviously, that one's not really a short-term memory thing. That one's a bit of a long-term one. But obviously, with the short-term memory, how it works is it stays there for so long, and then it moves to your long-term memory, or how I understand it. And mine takes a lot of time to process it. So half of the time, I forgot what I'm meant to be processing, and so it doesn't get processed. Well, hopefully we can get that sorted with the specialist. The doctor just told me to start doing crosswords. I'm just like, I'm not really very good at crosswords full stop to start with. I'm going to be even worse at it now. Well, yeah, they say keep your brain active. Well, stitching does that, so that's my excuse. I'll just stick with stitching. I don't mind doing Sudokus. Sudokus are alright. Or you can get the apps for your phone. I did download one and then deleted it. So maybe I should download that and start doing some more Sudokus again. So how far are we in? We're 50 minutes in, so not done too bad for the first one back. That's my couple of weeks hiatus from them. So I'll get this string finished and then we'll call it a day. So while I'm doing this, I'll go through the usual spiel. If you've got any questions or comments, then please feel free to drop those down below. Or, as I say, you can always email me. Again, my email address is dizzystitcher@gmail.com. Again, linked down below. Or you can send me a private message on Instagram. On that, it's Dizzy Stitcher. Again, also, let me know as well, as I say, with regards to the Facebook page, whether you'd like me to start one of those up. And again, for like Zoom or something like that, I can look into maybe doing that one. I know it's free if you only do up to so many people, up to 40 minutes or something like that. And then anything after that you have to pay for. Now, I don't think it's overly expensive, so I don't mind doing that one if people are interested in that. But as I say, the only downside to it is the times I'll be picking will be obviously when I'm awake. So obviously I'd need to find out where everybody lives so they can join in, so I could arrange to do those. But again, let me know what you think about that one. I know a lot of people say more Flosstubers should do Zooms to interact with their, I will say clientele, then that sounds wrong, to interact with their subscribers and viewers. So I have no problem with that at all. So as I say, if you do want me to do that, then just let me know and we can sort out getting that set up. So right, so as I say, I hope you all have a good rest of your week, stitching wise or crafting wise, whatever you're doing. I will be back on the weekend for another update. Now again, I don't know if I'm going to be working next weekend or not. So it may be a Saturday video, it may be a Sunday video. So again, although a couple of you people like to worry if I've not posted a video, so just be aware that next weekend it may be Sunday, not Saturday when I post the video. So I'll give you forewarnings. So we're not doing too bad. We've done 174 stitches. And hopefully I've inserted a picture at the start of the video of what this one looks like, so you can remember what it is. So that's it for now then, guys. So again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have, as I say, a good rest of your stitchy week. And I will catch you in my next video. So take care, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.